This is 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first, your first warrior fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 10 wins and 1 loss. He stands at 181 centimeters tall and weighs in at 70.75 kilograms. Representing Akhmat Fight Club, fighting out of Grozny, Russia, please welcome Anzor Abdulkhozhaev. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins, 5 losses and 1 no contest. He stands at 179 centimeters tall and weighs in at 70.75 kilograms. Representing Izat team and fighting out of Uzbekistan. Give it up for Sanjarbek, the serious Erkinov. Our referee in charge of the action is Sanjarbek Erkinov.
Бойцы, правила знаем, не нарушаем. Внимательно слушаем меня. После команды стоп, все действия прекращаем. Все ясно? Покажите красивый, достойный бой. Удачи!
To go, cage door being closed, and Carrick, much like our first fight, this has all the fixings of being an incredible exchange.
Brave Nation, expect aggression. Anzor Abdulkhozhaev doesn't know anything but it. Sanjarbek Erkinov at his best when he's aggressive. The glove touches happened. It's just about to blow up.
And if you're Anzor Abdulkhozhaev and you haven't fought in over a year, you're coming off a loss, you want to go in and make a definitive statement here, especially in your lightweight debut. There's that wide base I was talking about. Keep himself safe in and out. Lands the shot to the body, gets just outside of the pocket.
Brave Nation, that shot to the body isn't necessarily to cause any damage. It's to get reads. Both fighters right now are trying to get information on their opponent. What's the opponent's limb length like? How quickly do they respond? Are they what kind of shots are they going to throw? Could it be a big overhand right like that? Right now they're downloading a huge amount of information. The fighter who can download it the fast is said to have the better fight intelligence.
Sanjarbek needs to be wary of overreaching. You need to keep everything tight when you're facing someone like Anzor Abdulkhozhaev. Again, right to the body. And they're going to be money in the bank. That's a cumulative damage, Kirk.
That jab that landed earlier didn't in and of itself cause any damage, but it allowed him to know, okay, I can touch him from there. Level change just a little bit lower, and the second time was the other hand that reached out.
Beautiful combination from Anzor. Into the clinch right now. It's always dangerous when you clinch with an Akhmat man. Good solid knees from Sanjarbek Erkinov. Right in the open forum of the mat here. We said that those jabs to the body were money in the bank. Those knees were money in the bank. Look at that defense from Anzor. Just as I say, the commentator's curse ends up on his back. Sanjarbek with a huge takedown now in side control.
Brave Nation, Anzor wants to get on his side and try and get to guard. He's got the hips turned slightly, but Sanjarbek has very, very heavy hips.
I like how low Sanjarbek is keeping the hips here. Position before submission. You can see Anzor Abdulkhozhaev trying to get an underhook in, trying to create a little pocket of space to get the leg in. Does so beautifully, regards. One butterfly hook, could hit a sweep here, chooses to go for guard. Foot on the head. That's usually indicative of a fighter trying to create space for a submission.
May also see a quick pop-up attempt. As soon as the downward pressure is off, 2 feet in the hips, it does tend to indicate somebody wants to kick the opponent back and pop to standing.
May try bites, there's that push off as you say, needs to be wary of the up kick, could fall into a triangle. Potential here for a triangle. The awareness of Sanjarbek Erkinov just to shoulder right that off. Beautiful work.
It's got a height advantage, kept his position, kept his stance, didn't let that head get pulled way in front of the knee. Was able to basically negate that triangle attempt before it ever was fully close to being in place.
Anzor Abdulkhozhaev is being active from his back. He's trying to make things happen. If he was sitting in a closed guard the entire time, it would look like more of a defensive fighter. But you can see he's trying to open up.
Erkinov'un orundağında bunday.
I am loving everything about this fight. Anzor Abdulkhozhaev proving he has a chin. Just ate that shot and just kept coming forward.
That Brave Nation is one of the dangers of popping up and standing. It's what every fighter on bottom wants to do. But you can get your back taken and you can get your face smashed.
Жасалған шабуыл, бірақ көздегеніне жетті. Құлқынды әдісі. Гильотина өте жақсы. Құлқындырып толықта жүзеге асыра алады ма бұл жерде? Anzor Abdulkhozhaev. Мойынды өте жақсы ұстап алған. Есіне тауып қалмаса ол бұл жерде өзбек спортшысы. Рефери мұқият. Барлығы қарап отыру керек. Мүмкіншілік бар әлі. Бір минуттай уақыт бар әлі алды. Жоқ. Abdulkhozhaev'in өзі де бұдан бас тартқан сияқты.
Erkinov, but he is not out of danger just yet.
Full mount позициясын алуға жақын қалды, бірақ қалай дегенмен грэпплингте Erkinov'ке қарағанда тәжірибесі аздау екенін дәл осындай эпизодтардан
He
байқап
doesn't need
қалады.
the water wings and he's able to swim in those deep waters.
Қателікке бой алдырып қазір өте жақсы позицияны
Reversal
жіберіп қойды.
positions now. It's Anzor Abdulkhozhaev on top, and Anzor could be bleeding here, Kerry.
Erkinov енді арқада жатып есе қайтарып отырсақ болады. Шпұрыш әдісін көздеген болу керек, аяқпен
Not quite sure where that
дайындап
comes
отыр.
from. Needs to be wary of every time Erkinov opens the guard. That's usually a trigger that he's going to try and work for something, either a get up or a submission. So Anzor Abdulkhozhaev needs to be wise to that.
Қарымта әдіс жасап үлгерді, қорғаныс қалды. Қазір Abdulkhozhaev'тің мақсаты әрине қарсыласын соңғы секундтарда дәл осы позицияда ұстап қалу.
Closing stance
Yeah,
of
that's
the first round.
Шыны керек.
A little strange there. We heard a 10-second clapper, then we heard a buzzer. We heard two buzzers there. Interesting.
Қатарынан екі гонг болды бұл жерде шыны керек.
Excellent round show. I can make a good argument for either fighter winning that round. Judges are going to have their work cut out for them for that one.
The harder shots were landed by Sanjarbek Erkinov. The more dangerous shots were landed. But I would say that potentially Anzor Abdulkhozhaev came closest to finishing the fight with that submission attempt. So again, it's horses for courses. It comes down to the objectivity of our three judges. But that, you see that shot again, that was beautiful.
We did see that shot again on replay. All of us just did, Brave Nation. It wasn't quite as clean as it looked to me when I saw it the first time. A little bit of a glancing hook. It didn't look to be a shot that would end the fight. And that guillotine we saw, that mounted guillotine, was getting close enough to be potentially a fight ender. That's the basis on which I would say Anzor Abdulkhozhaev won that round. But as I said, I could make a good argument for both fighters.
Завершился перерыв между первым и вторым раундом. Ждем начала второй пятиминутки. Очень отличный раунд для Санджарбека Еркинова. Видим мы небольшое превосходство все-таки узбекского файтера в борьбе.
If we're talking about he came closest to finishing the fight, it was Anzor Abdulkhozhaev with that choke.
Да, конечно же, Анзор имеет превосходство. Особенно в начале раунда мы видели несколько точных попаданий по корпусу, по туловищу, переводит удары в голову. Что касается борьбы, здесь, конечно же, Еркинов. Показал свое преимущество, однако под конец первого раунда чуть было не попал в гильотину. По крайней мере, попал, да, был захват, но завершить гильотину Анзор не сумел. Прессингует его оппонента Абдулkhozhaev.
Right now it is Sanjarbek Erkinov taking on Anzor Abdulkhozhaev.
Удар по корпусу.
Sanjarbek skirting the cage. Could see Anzor try and pressure.
Нетипичная работа. Комбинация Еркинова. Здорово встречается его оппонента. Да, действительно. Это бы переосмыслил свое выступление сейчас Еркинов после первого раунда. Понял, что нужно и наделать.
Anzor may be stalking just a little bit too much. Brave Nation, if you know what your opponent is going to do, you will win.
Я так понимаю, пытается показать, что он будет атаковать корпус, но затем переведет, скорее всего, удар в голову. По крайней мере, иначе смысла разбивать туловище в боях по правилам ММА, по большому счету, нет, особенно руками.
a 2-3 combination.
Exactly. So if you're not punching or your opponent's not punching, it's not the right time to shoot.
Это было без подготовки, поэтому накрыл своего оппонента. Абдулkhozhaev и оказывается в позиции half-guard.
Download the data, as you say, had the sprawl loaded. And right now he finds himself in top position in that half guard or half mount, depending if you're a half full, half empty kind of guy.
Для проведения тейкдаун. Ну, на мой взгляд, все-таки был у него отличный момент в ударке в середине первого раунда. На выходе из клинча. Около сетки как раз таки в аккурат угла своего оппонента нанес хороший точный левый хук, но затем развить свой успех не сумел в этом эпизоде.
Brave Nation, those shots may look like a little more than annoying on television, but we are live here in person. They are landing with impact. They are causing damage.
В первом раунде воспользовался превосходством, однако сейчас во втором раунде уже Абдулkhozhaev прочитал своего оппонента и знает, когда и где будет проведена попытка проведения тейкдауна, когда будет делать именно проход в ноги Еркинов и уже здесь накрывать своего оппонента и просто остается в такой позиции, позиция халфгарда, для него эта позиция выгодна, менее опасна, конечно же, она для Абдулkhozhaev.
There's nowhere you want to be but bottom half guard. MMA are half mounted. This is not where Sanjarbek wants to hang out for the rest of this fight.
And it is becoming a lot more popular as almost an anchor position from which fighters settle and do a lot of work there, accumulate damage, accumulate points.
Меньше 2 минут до окончания второго раунда.
Sanjarbek's body is coiled. If there is any possible time he can get out, he's waiting for it. But right now, as you said, he's anchored down in that half guard, and he's taking some punishment. Between the shots coming down from top and the riding time, no question who's winning this round, Phil.
По большому счету нет, потому что Абдулkhozhaev сейчас активно работает, удары, и Еркинов даже больше пассивничает, скажем так. Абсолютно ничего не делает.
Anzor Abdulkhozhaev just doing everything he needs to do, solidifying the position, landing strikes.
Ждет, наверное, окончания второго раунда, либо уже когда себя поднимет.
If he gets an opportunity, he's going to pop to, he can pop to standing, he can try and effect a sweep. There's a lot of options he's got here right now, but unfortunately, none of them are available.
45 секунд
The
остается.
emphasis now really does lie with Erkinov. He's the one that needs to make something happen. Abdulkhozhaev is the one winning the fight in this position. And you can see the raising up of the ribs really starting to take its toll.
Phil, I hope very much that the referee does not stand him up.
He has no need to. Realistically, Kerry, he has no need to.
You often get situations in mixed martial arts where things aren't changing, and so the referees feel the need to do something different. But I think right now, the Afghan fighter is doing everything he should.
And you can hear the thud of those strikes.
Short time now, Brave Nation.
Be interesting to see like, if the breathing of Erkinov is impeded by those multiple shots to the ribs.
И удерживать эту позицию.
That is taking the wind
Второй раунд
out of the
заканчивается,
sails
ждем
of
начала
Erkinov
третьего.
and a potential intelligent investment for Anzor Abdulkhozhaev
Видим,
going into the third and final round.
Поединок сейчас идет не по тому сценарию, который предполагали у себя в голове бойцы.
10-9, I agree. I don't believe any of our judges here think any other way. And Phil, there was a beautiful little moment there, right when we heard the beat bending around. Anzor Abdulkhozhaev just spent the last 3 minutes raining down punches and elbows. Just gave his opponent a friendly little tap in the hand. Would have offered to help him up if it wasn't rude. It wasn't a call out in any way. It wasn't making fun of him. It was just like, hey, we're having fun. We're doing our job. We're in our office. Let's do it one more round.
If you're in the corner of Anzor Abdulkhozhaev, you will surely be saying, if you do exactly the same as you did in round 2, you will win this fight. Erkinov, I expect him to come out with, again, the impetus that he lacked in the end of that second round. Come out with bad intentions. May even try and get the shots off on Anzor Abdulkhozhaev.
Phil, little innovation here. In Kazakhstan, they have men with mops in the corners immediately ready to take up the water. I think that's something that the rest of the sport should adopt.
3-ші раунд.
Again,
Екінші
Anzor
раундта басым
Abdulkhozhaev takes the center of the cage, that hereditary
раундтың
position
аяқтауына
that we
2
know him by.
уақытта Еркінов
Leading the dance, forcing
қанша
Erkinov
уақыт қалып
to spread the cage, but Erkinov coming forward now, trying to assert a little bit of dominance of his own.
Екінші раундты санаулы түрде қарсыласына беріп қойған
Sanjarbek doing a good job now. He's not being too obvious with his
есеп қайтару
attacks.
керек. Алғашқы
Playing with the
раундта
distance between them, circling left and right.
сәл басымдық өзбек спортшысында болды.
Attacking when he thinks he sees something.
Мүмкіншілік бар.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Тоқтан өте ауыр.
And Erkinov
Міне тағы алыстан жасалған шабуыл мойынды қысып алды. Бұл жерде Абдулхозhaev. Абдулхозhaev
Anzor Abdulkhozhaev, but in the winner's column, he
Bir
threatened
ғана
with it
қателік.
in the first round. He got it
Екінші
done
раундта да,
in the
бірінші
third
раундта
round.
да
Kerry, talk me through
Еркінов
that
дәл
finish.
осындай қателікті бой
Phil,
алдырған
all
еді. Тым
great
алыстан
fights in
жасалған
mixed martial
шабуылды.
arts are
Аяқтан
won
тым
in the
алыстан
scrambles.
оның
As
барлығы
long as the
көзіп тұрады,
matchmaking
әрине.
is good, it's
Yeah,
not
бірінші
going to be
раундта сәл ғана
nobody's
жақын
going to get
қалды.
wiped out one side. It's always going to be won in the scramble. You
Anzor
open up the
Abdulkhozhaev,
fight
бірақ
dictionary,
міне
the fight encyclopedia. Go to scramble, and that's what
Үшінші
you're going to
раундта
see
кездескен
right
жетті.
there.
Anzor Abdulkhozhaev riding it out like a bucking bronco.
Brave Nation, the reason that tap came so quickly because it was a trachea choke, not a blood choke. It was not on the veins on the side of the neck. It was on the trachea. The trachea can get crushed. That was a very, very beautiful moment for our sport.
I could watch that finish over and over again, riding up out of the position, going with your opponent, getting it tight. And it was on instantaneously. For our official decision, we're going to throw it up to double L. Lance Murdoch.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight was stopped after 49 seconds of the third and final round. And the winner, by way of guillotine, in the blue corner, Anzor Abdulkhozhaev!